You'd assume something called Big Think would have some sort of standards, but it seems to me that they're just a soapbox often utilized by small thinkers. Take, for example, this article by Steven Pinker entitled,
AI won't take over the world and what our fears of the Robopocalypse reveal.
I'll give you a hint. Apparently you're overreacting because you have a penis.
As Steven Pinker, experimental psychologist and professor of psychology at Harvard University, points out.
Wait, Steven Pinker, isn't he the author of this article? So is he really referencing his own work in the third person?
George is getting upset!
Darwinism has ensured that most creatures that possess high intellect are competitive by nature. Humanity is one of these creatures, and some of us can be manipulative and cruel in order to stay ahead of the pack. It's this part of our nature that sets off warning bells when we think about artificial intelligence, because, unbeknownst to us, we're thinking, what if this robot does what I would do if I were a robot? Overturn those who tell us what to do. Kill the captors. Wreak motherfucking havoc.
Well, no, I don't think that's the main concern at all there, bud. I'm sure there are people who fear a general AI would develop a sense of self and that it would have a willingness to defend that self, but I don't think that's the most realistic concern. I think it's much more likely that it would accidentally misinterpret one of our intentions with unforeseen fatal consequences, or perhaps reprogram itself with flaws in the coding. These seem like very likely scenarios given our track record with trial and error innovation. I don't think the threat is that we're going to purposefully build a malevolent-minded robot.
In reality, we design AI, and if we place safeguards in our designs, we truly have nothing to fear. Machines are what we allow them to be.
Well, you see here, Pinker reveals he doesn't understand the issue. General AI that can adapt by changing its own programming could potentially circumvent any safeguards you put in place. And as I said before, the AI might destroy us thinking it's doing some sort of good. It could potentially follow Asimov's rules of robotics and still manage to turn against our interests. The threat is really in how long a leash we give the AI, how much it can actually learn.
The dread of them turning evil really says more about our own psyches than it does about robots. Pinker believes an alpha male thinking pattern is at the root of our AI fears, and that it is misguided.
Wait, what was that? If by alpha male thinking you mean rational logical extrapolation...
Something can be highly intelligent and not have malevolent intentions to overthrow and dominate, Pinker says. It's called women.
Really? Not only is that cringy as fuck, it's not even accurate. The queens of Europe started more battles than the kings. Almost every woman that ever ran a fucking country brought them to war. Margaret Thatcher, Boudicca, Cleopatra, Mary Tudor. Fuck, you don't even have to go through historical evidence. You could just do a YouTube search of catfight and, you know, filter through the actual cats. And you will see a lot of women beating the shit out of each other aggressively.
An interesting question would be, how does aggressive or alpha you are as a person affect how much you fear the Robopocalypse? Although by this point the fear is contagious, not organic.
Yeah, I'm sure Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking have concerns about general AI because they're so aggressive.
It may be a flawed paranoia, but losing control of a program is perhaps the best just-in-case safeguard that humanity has. And we already see it in action in our current technology. Siri cannot initiate conversations, computers need to be put to sleep once in a while, and cars need a fuel source in order to do anything in the first place. Humanity has a need to be the one pushing all the buttons, and a need to be the one making decisions.
Yeah, well, you're a fucking idiot, bud. You don't even understand the concept of a truly artificial intelligence. The idea is that they will be made to function and make decisions autonomously. To compare that to Siri on your phone is downright fucking retarded. This guy has such a serious lack of foresight that he thinks that technology is just going to stagnate and always be the manual push-button shit of today. Big Think needs to start vetting these know-nothing know-it-alls.